the name Whataburger. You're a dickhead.
Yeah.
I'd rather your thing just be hella good burgers.
Or Burger Boy. That's a spot here in town. Burger Boy.
Okay.
Dude. That's a crack spot.
I love.
Yeah, that's a drug
I love
front.
a good burger.
That's a drug front.
You can 100% buy crack there for sure.
That's most of Tampa. You can buy drugs anywhere in Tampa. You're like, I'm at a Macy's. You're like, they got good drugs at the Macy's.
Oh yeah, no, they got great smack over there. Dude, Tampa's wild though, right?
Bananas. We're
But,
savages,
like,
man.
Isn't that the
strip club per capita?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So within like a 50-mile radius, we have the most strip clubs that you can have.
It's crazy.
I love it. Most of the girls I went to high school with in like college and stuff, they're all either strippers or porn stars or having OnlyFans because that's the new like in between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the girls who were like, I would never strip. You start that OnlyFans and then you're like, fuck it, I'll strip. And they're like, now they're doing it. It's like nah, it's a stepping stone now. We gave them.
I might have sex.
We gave them. We gave them. It's the same as like if you can't go from D1 to NBA, you're just like JUCO. I'll just go JUCO. That's OnlyFans is the JUCO for stripping.
G League.
Yeah, but they like look down on it until they do an OnlyFans and they're like, I get where you guys are coming from. I can dance.
And then all of a sudden they post their 9% of all creators like on their fucking Instagram stories, dude.
Like I think OnlyFans is just genius to the point where they're like, we're just gonna tell all these bitches their top 15%.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah. You're doing great. Keep posting.
Classic pimp move, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta hype them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, you don't want to be like, you're in the bottom 80%.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna be like, I should quit.
It's like people hate your titties.
Yeah, nobody wants to see my tits. Should have showed more butthole. Should have showed less butthole.
Honestly, if I'm being real, a little less butthole.
Maybe if you had a nicer butthole, Samantha. I was trying to get $10.99 a month. It's worth $6.
You lower your prices.
What you're not going to do is extort me.
I am an American.
You are laundering your butthole.
Stop. This is fire. Like this is some heat. This is some stuff I would have posted. This is great.
Cam Bertrand bringing the heat.
Bertrand talking about that OnlyFans.
Dude.
You just reminded me. Like in high school, I was known as like king of the boot and rally. I was boot and rally guy. Like if I was at a party, I'd be like, I don't feel good. Back in the game, baby. They're like, where's Cam? Probably throwing up. He'll bounce back.
Oh, he's gonna be back.
Dude,
he's gonna be back with a vengeance.
It either took me throwing up or it took me getting a power nap. They'd be like, Cam's been gone for like 30 minutes, and I come back just rejuvenated. Just, what's good?
He was like, did that guy do coke? Like, what happened?
No, man, nap.
Yeah, big napper.
Give him a Mountain Dew, and he's good to go.
Dude,
I had a can of Mountain Dew for the first time.
I saw you have the can. Today. I saw you have the Mountain Dew, and I didn't know Mountain Dew was an option. I grabbed Coke.
I didn't either. I had a Dr. Pepper in my hand. I was like, yo, is that Mountain Dew in there?
Dr. Pepper's still a power move. It's a good move.
I mean, it's Texas, dude.
Yeah, Texas. That's like #1 here.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the king of the soda.
You know what's crazy? I did this. It's gonna be terrible. The way I remember this is about the shooting, Waco.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way. I did Waco, Texas, and that's where like the Dr. Pepper factory is. Like that's where it started.
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, because I did I went on a tour. The tour was kind of sick. Crazy that the 90% of the tour is like Chip and Joanna Gaines, and I was like, these fucking.
I hate that.
I'll punch,
shiplap, dude.
I'll punch the shit out of. I just don't like the whole tour was like Chip and Joanna Gaines. They've changed the game for our city. Blah 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 blah. You don't understand, man. And I'm sure you do. You live in Texas. You get it.
Yeah.
They own a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody's looking into this, dog. You're just out here owning castles?
You can't be doing that.
You can't just own a castle, bro. That's sketchy. That's the power. They own the church that they go to.
Wait, they own that building?
They own that church.
Yo.
That's their church, and they have a secret entrance. They have a secret entrance that they can get in and out of. That's not.
They got tunnels coming into their church,
so that they don't have to interact with anybody. They get to go in, praise me,
didn't
and
they
bounce.
learn their lesson at the first time in Waco, dude? Like what? Like you want the ATF to come right back in there and storm Chip and Joanna Gaines' castle church?
I hope they do, man. Take them out. DOA, baby, dead or alive.
Yo, we're part of the ops right now when it comes to
Every time I go to Texas, like my mom's always like, say hi to Chip and Joanna for me. And I hate them. I hate how much power they have.
They do.
There's so much power. They are like the guy was telling me, like, when he was on the tour, this is a bus full of people, and they were all excited because he was like, yeah, Chip and Joanna, they shop there. This is their little store. And they were like, oh. He was like, yeah, one time we saw them out here, and they were like, oh. He was like, hasn't happened since, but one of these times. Do you understand what level of fame it is to just be like, well, you know, we saw them once.
We saw them.
What? In the city they live? That's crazy. Like, it's so much power to just be like, they live here. Oh, like...
That's what Rogan's doing in Austin now.
Yeah.
So
Real,
it's just
though.
like, I
That's
saw
real,
him
though.
eating there.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that,
like, what are Chip and Joanna gains? Like, that's like Oprah for white people, right?
wow, factual.
Right?
That is, yeah.
It's a good take.
Like Chip.
Yeah.
That was a great take.
It's so funny because when I did the shows in Waco, there's this young kid, super nice kid, and he was telling me, because I was like ranting about how much I don't like Chip and Joanna games and just how much power they have over the city, because they were all like, they're our saviors, they bring so much income to our thing.
It does sound like a cult.
It's some LeBron James shit where it's like they changed your entire like business model of like, everybody comes here to see these homes and blah blah blah, and this kid was like, I hate them because a lot of the people he grew up with in poverty lived in those neighborhoods where they would come and they'd go, we're gonna remodel this house. That house ends up beautiful, right? Worth so much more money, but then all the people who come in and praise houses, they go, this house beautiful, these houses shit, let's get rid of them. So all of his friends and family members, he was like, dude, they would evict him, or they would get driven out because the prices would go up.
That's
because
gentrification, baby.
Gentrification. So he was like, people are like, these houses, it's on TV, it's nice. They're doing a terrible thing, but they're doing it with a smile on their face. So people are like, they're sweethearts. Fuck them.
Breaking news: Chip and Joanna gains the devil.
The devil.
The devil. 100%. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Hot take. Hot take. I'll fight Chip and or Joanna.
Breaking
1v2.
Real quick, Chip and Joanna gains. Sponsor the pod. Sponsor the pod. You know, I know we're gonna talk a lot of shit about you. Sponsor the pod.
I'm gonna get canceled.
No, not over Chip and Joanna gains.
You're not allowed in a Target anymore.
I'm gonna get canceled in specifically Texas. Like, it's just,
You can't go to living spaces where they have their branded furniture. Yeah.
dude, if you own a castle and a church, I feel like you could just take someone out the game.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, that's,
yeah.
that's your done money.
Definitely. Okay, let's pause for a second. Can you ask them to turn the fucking salsa down?
Thank you.
I can try.
That's crazy. That's so loud. Like, they were super quiet while we're setting up. Oh, are they recording now? Fucking crank that bitch. Go.
You know what they need in their life? Some la 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 bamba.
You got this in Tampa?
Do it. We're not just known for strip clubs, baby. We're known for salsa.
A lot of Cubans.
That's Miami.
Is there
Towards where I'm at, we got a lot of Mexicans. Which is fine. Like, I said that so aggressively. We got a lot of Mexicans.
I was like, what's your issue with them? Like, where would y'all even build the wall?
Them damn mongooses, huh?
Dude, the mongoose has been a running bit since we got here. So we filmed a segment with like a local news station, Spectrum One News. And Cam just he just started going off on mongooses, and the fucking camera guy was so confused. He was just
He's like, I don't get it. But like, we just immediately were like, this is such a strange thing. Just like, it was just so funny. He was like, do you have a mongoose bit? And I was like, no, but I'm gonna.
I was like, what kind of mongoose? And he was like, the bike or the animal? Like, exactly, dude. Exactly.
I have an extensive bit about hippos. So when I was talking about like, because he was like, what kind of comedy do you do? And I didn't want to be like, I talk about hippos a lot. Like, so I was like, name another animal. Just like in the moment being like, mongooses.
Yeah.
Like, I could have said koalas or something, but mongooses was the go-to. And
I haven't heard about a mongoose in a minute, honestly.
It's been a while.
That's clutch.
Dude, I've actually been watching a lot of animal documentaries, and mongooses they're for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're for real. They're savages. Like, they fight like king cobras and stuff.
Well, they brought them into Hawaii. So mongoose they brought into Hawaii to get rid of all the snakes.
Whoa.
But the crazy thing about Hawaii, so they brought in these snakes to get rid of a particular kind of bug, I believe. And then
we hate these bugs. You know what we need? Snakes.
Bring in these snakes.
I hate these polar bears. You know what we should bring in? Pit bulls. What?
Yeah.
He's like,
when does it stop?
Yeah, because they brought in the mongoose, and the mongoose were like, yeah, fuck this. We're taking over. They took over Hawaii.
Dude, mosquitoes are pissing me off. Bring in the dragons. Like, what?
Cam's like, what do I need to bring to Tampa to get rid of the Mexicans?
Chip and Joanna Gaines. That's what we need.
Joanna Gaines.
That's who gets rid of the Mexicans.
Just a
Chip and
gang of
Joanna.
Trumpers like ship them over to Tampa. Like, you know what to do.
Listen, we've seen that Trump can't get rid of anybody. Chip and Joanna have extensively proven that they can get rid of
They can
quite
get rid
a
of the
few
riffraff.
people.
I'll tell you what.
Do you have a power couple like that in Tampa?
No, we don't have anybody. We have like individual people that we like. Plies is from Tampa, but like Plies doesn't even have pull in Tampa. Like
don't
if
even know
Plies
what
was
Plies
like,
is.
y'all can't shop at the Walmart, we'd be like, shut up.
You don't even own square footage
They
here,
do have
dude.
Publix in Florida, right?
Oh,
like
it's
Publix
amazing.
is a big deal,
It's
right?
amazing.
That's like the HEB of Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
HEB is
Listen.
our grocery store.
I love you guys, and I just want you all to know I've never heard of HEB, so that's how you know it's not the same. Because you have actually heard of Publix, and I'm like, it's like the HEB. What?
Not
Like,
not
don't
even
disrespect
close.
that.
You heard of my friend Sarah? She's like Kim Kardashian of the South. You're like, no, she's not. She's charging $3 on her OnlyFans. She is not the Kardashian of the South.
And it's always on sale. Why is it always on sale?
Yo, you got a 24-hour plug? You're always on sale?
Always on sale, man.
Yeah, because anything when it's like normal price, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I bought it for $3. You think I'm gonna pay $14?
Yeah. I'm
Well,
a
yeah,
sample guy.
When it's at $3, you'd be stupid not to subscribe. Like, you kind of have to.
I've done the math, man. If it's $3, you divide that by 30 days. That's some like feed a starving child in Africa
That's,
shit.
a
Like,
lot. That's like 10 cents a day, right?
if that, man.
That's crazy.
That's not much money.
Starving thought.
Save a starving
For
slut.
$3 a month, you too can feed this tramp.
Dude, we need a Sarah McLachlan song behind that shit for sure, dude.
Oh, we have them. It's called WAP.
It's called Cardi B, dude. Hell yeah.
Bless it. Bless it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Anti-Social Hour podcast brought to you by Big Laugh Comedy Network. I'm here with Cam Bertrand.
What up, man?
This guy is funny as hell. You've probably seen him on Dry Bar. You've got a viral special on Dry Bar, dude.
Yeah, these are good.
Dude, there's a great story behind that Dry Bar special too. Are you allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
You can talk about
Yeah,
that?
I'll talk about it. Like, they didn't tell me that I couldn't, and so I've been talking about it.
I've been talking
And
about
it's
it,
so
though.
funny because like it's a triumphant story, but like from their standpoint, they're like, this isn't really what we promote. Like I told my manager for the first time a couple weeks ago, he was like, I didn't know that's. He was like, if I would have known that's what you went through while you were taping it, I probably would have told you not to go. And I was like, but turned out great, baby.
It's like, we could do it another day.
Yeah.
Like, we could.
If
You're
I would
like,
have
nah.
told him, so basically, because they're all like, "What happened? Like, did you punch a mongoose?"
Anti-mongoose pod.
So September 19th, my roommate and I went to the casino, and he was like, "If we hit big, we're gonna go out and celebrate." And I was like, "All right, cool." Ends up hitting big, so we were like, "All right, we're gonna turn up." We end up eating like a lobster tower, so just seafood. That's
Yeah.
not a lot of food on your belly, right? Belly. That's the first time I've ever said.
I don't like that.
Oh,
It's gotta-
child, that's on my tummy. My head, a tummy ache.
Cam the pediatrician.
Let's go. Let's go.
So on my sick little tummy, yeah, we just had some seafood. That's all I had that day. So we started drinking around 4:00 in the afternoon. We're just doing vodka Red Bulls, and we go to the strip
Hell yeah.
club. So we're at the strip club from about 4:30 to about midnight, just pounding vodka Red Bulls.
That'll get you too.
Oh, it'll sneak up on you because the
Yeah,
Red Bull,
man.
you're like, I'm hyped up, I'm good,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
vodka's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, you're gonna make decisions. And,
funny.
Sneaking up on you almost like a...
So this is the thing.
Mongoose.
Fuck That's a good move.
Fuck, man, my bad.
call back. What up?
That's a good. That's a jelly roll. I like that. This is what's so crazy. My roommate is like known for being a strip club guy. When we go into any strip club, no cover charge. He's dapping up everybody. They
Nice.
know him. Like
Yeah.
he goes in there and spends some bread.
We know. We
So-
all know one of those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
the,
my
like the
guy.
strip club regular.
Yeah, yeah.
Knows all the girls.
knows
Yeah.
all the girls, knows everybody.
He's the
and
daddy.
like,
What's
like,
up?
Like, yeah. And when the new girls come in, all the old girls are like, you don't get to talk to him yet. You ain't earned that. You ain't earned big spender conversation. So we're sitting there getting good treatment. And one of the things is when you're a regular in there and they know you're going to spend money, they don't let your drink get empty.
Right.
When your drink is like, when you're down to that 25% refill or new drink,
Yeah.
they got you. Like there is no like waiting on a drink. They pay
capitalism,
attention.
baby.
Right.
You gotta do it.
So
Yeah.
we pound 15, 16 vodka Red Bulls, and in between them, the shot girls are coming around. And every time they're coming around, he's showing them love because he's like, oh, this is little Amber. Okay, yeah, we'll do a Scooby-Doo shot. So
Goofy dude shot.
Dude, and like I'm such a weirdo. I need to finish things. Like I'm a completionist, right? So I'll be drinking this vodka Red Bull. Like, all right, I got a little bit left. I'm about to finish it. Right when it's done, there's another one. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pound that one so that I can relax and drink some water. I get almost finished with that one. They're just like bringing more. So I end up getting too drunk. The next day, I throw up everything I've ever eaten. And, so that's September 20th. I'm supposed to tape the special the 21st. The entire day of the 20th, I'm in this grown man's bed, shivering, shaking, going, I'm going to die. I think today's the day I die. And he's like, nah, you going to be all right. Nah, you're good.
Get out there, buddy.
You're good.
Let's go to the strip club real quick, right?
So my flight's at 5 a.m. I managed to get myself to the airport. I'm weeble wobbling in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna pass out at this airport, but I'm like, this is a thing. I have to get on this plane. At least if I die on this plane, there's people around to go, he tried. He got on the plane. I was ready to inconvenience 200 people on this flight.
Just so your agent knew you tried.
Just so I tried. You know, I'm not a quitter. So I get to Utah. I want to just get a nap in, and I just don't have the time. I have to go like film stuff, and I'm just like sweating, just dying. Are
you still throwing up at this point?
No, I've thrown up everything I can. I still feel queasy, like I want to throw up, but it's that dry heave where it's just like burning your throat.
So you can't eat anything.
Can't eat anything. So I haven't had anything to drink. I can't even hold down like water at this point.
Oh, so man, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah. So 2 shows. I do both shows, and I'm just like, focus and just kill. That is the only thing. If you do these shows, at least they have proof that you killed. And then if I'm dead, they're like, this was his last work. You know, I have a product.
You would have been so famous if you had died that night.
Legendary. My mom would have been rich. And, it was so dope. But no, I fucking lived.
Lame.
So I end up, I was supposed to go on a date the next day, right? We were supposed to go see It 2. And I had the tickets purchased and everything. I wake up the next day and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, I can't. Wait, hold up. I feel miserable.
You were filming a special in Utah.
Yeah.
And you'd already set up a date for the next day after you filmed the special?
It was after the show. Like, it was just somebody I'd met at the show.
That's a player move.
It was a good move, man.
Yeah, it's pimp.
We just clicked. Like, we just hung out and we talked and stuff. And, like, I told her what I was going through. I was like, I feel miserable. Like, yesterday I was going through this and that. And she was like, and you still did that? Like, that's wild. And
I want that dick.
Yeah,
that's what you were saying.
Yeah, you try to get it in.
Is that still your chick now?
No. This was a year and a half ago now.
Okay.
So yeah, it was really dope. And I woke up that next day. This was like 8-9 hours after that second show. Like, we had done. I woke up and I was like, I think I'm gonna die. I need to go to the hospital. So I told her, I was like, sorry, I'm going to have to cancel the date. And she was like, I want you to be okay. I'll meet you at the hospital. So we had a hospital date.
That's a good girl.
It was during like football season too. So we're sitting there watching like football. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry that
you're laid up in the bed?
Laid up in the bed. I've got IV in my arm, football on the TV. And we're just like talking about movies and just like watching football. And I was just like, can you believe that catch that Julio Jones?
Did you get it in, dude? Did you get it in the hospital?
In the hospital? No, I wish. I just
that would have been the move
epic.
right there.
That would have been epic.
In your hospital gown.
The guy comes in. I'm like,
give me a second.
Give me a second. Yeah, my HMO
I don't
covers
need the Jell-O
this.
down. Hold up. Yeah.
I paid my. They keep calling me saying that I owe them money, and I'm like, nah, y'all good. Y'all good. It was a nice Utah hospital. I was like, y'all good.
Oh, they do have the best hospitals out there.
Beautiful hospital.
Yeah.
Shout out to the hospital. I'm not going to give them my money, but good hospital.
Right? Well, everybody else has already given them 10%, so why should
Well, that's the thing. Mormons have their own health insurance. Like, they've got their own shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why they want your money. They're like, we want that
take care
secular
of their own,
money.
But no one else.
For real.
They got like Joe Care?
They called it the bubble when I was in there. Was it the bubble? I think it's a bubble of like the dome or something weird about like it's their own community.
Yeah. The Mormons are
the biodome of Christ. Dude, what's going on here?
So the only reason I even learned that is because we had went to like CVS to get Gatorade after the hospital.
Okay.
And the CVS worker was like clearly not in the bubble. Like, she was one of the few not Mormons, and she was like, "So glad to see some regular folk that aren't fucking weird." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, you know the bubble." And I was like, "No, I don't know the bubble. What is this bubble?" She was like, "Yeah, all them weirdos." And I was like, "I didn't know the difference between Mormon and Amish at all. I didn't know that there was literally the only difference is like electricity." Like,
that's pretty much, and beards. A lot of beards in the Amish community, you know?
Which, honestly, the 2 shows, I couldn't tell who was Mormon, who wasn't, you know, they were dope. Like, it was cool shows.
I've wondered that, like, when you film that special live,
they were cool.
Is it in Salt Lake?
No, this is in Provo. I had to drive from Salt Lake to Provo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
in
know
Provo.
about that.
Yeah.
I was curious about those audiences. Like,
They're
how are they?
cool.
Are they pretty edgy? Like, can you do some edgy stuff as long as you don't curse?
I mean, knowingly, I knew I couldn't. I don't know if they would have been on board for it or not. I know they did pull back a little bit when I started talking about. I had a bit about you can't haunt apartments. Like, there's no apartment ghosts. Like, I had a decent chunk on that, and like they were kind of like, well, ghosts.
I don't know about that, buddy.
We don't know how you feel about it, ghosts. And
That's the devil.
Yeah. Ghost is very close to that man devil. So that was the only thing that they like kind of pulled back on. Other than that, they seemed normal. I did feel bad though. So this guy brought his kid, or like he was one of the production team guys. He had his kid, and he was like, my kid, really loved your set. He'd like take a picture with you. And he's like, can you get a picture? And I was like, hell yeah. And I didn't realize that I was like, hell yeah. And like, I didn't know that was a thing. Dude. And so like, I was like, oh. So I was taking the picture with this kid like, did I just say a thing? I was just taking the picture. Oh, thanks, man. Bye. Yeah, I felt really bad. But
they were pretty cool overall, it sounds like.
It seemed dope, yeah. And like, a lot of people that watch the special, they're like, oh, we really love this. And then they'll go watch some other stuff, and they're like, that's not you all the time. Yeah.
Just like that kid probably does heroin now. He said hell in front of him.
Year and a half later, he's addicted to heroin.
Dad, I thought we couldn't say that or we'd die. Thought we'd get smited. The dad's like, oh no.
He's not giving Christ 10% of his allowance anymore.
So you get discharged from the hospital, right? Like, girl comes with you out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And did y'all continue like
we
the
hung
date?
out.
Yeah,
yeah, we hung out. We watched movies because she was a big fan of like the Italian Job, and like I think the Italian Job is super dope. And so I was like, "You ever seen Takers?" Which I refer to as just the black Italian Job. And it absolutely is. They steal things, and then there's a guy who fucks them over. It's plot point by plot point.
Takers, the Italian Job.
Yeah,
but black actors.
That's all it is.
I like that.
And I love it. I love both of those movies so much. And so she was like, I've never seen this. So we sat and we watched Takers, and we were just like bonded over that. I was like, thank you for keeping me alive. Like,
so are you saying a better name for Takers would have been the Italian John?
I think there's definitely another name in there for sure. The Melanin Job.
The Melanin Job.
God damn.
I think that, the mongoose job. I don't know.
Gotta bring back the
forced it. Yeah.
It would have been a great callback, but that was no. The other thing I was curious about, and I mean, we don't have to do this either, but you're incredibly tatted up.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't know that about you because you have such like a wholesome image.
Yeah.
Very wholesome. But we were bonding. We were over at a barbecue shop earlier today. And let me tell you this real quick. Cam can put down a pulled pork sandwich. I'll tell you that right now.
Bang, bang.
He can put it down.
It's so good. Yeah. My metabolism is wonderful. You said, what position is bonding? Well, he meant to say bondage. And he was trying to keep it casual.
I don't know if you saw my eyes glaze over, but the minute he said that, I was like,
They did what? You want to fuck?
Is that another word for dating? Or y'all? Wow, you came to San Antonio really switched up. Your girlfriend's gonna be pissed.
So, are you a pork or a brisket guy?
Both.
Okay.
I'm a meat guy. Pause.
Yeah.
And I just love a good meat.
Just bonding.
This is gonna end up.
I love meat and bonding.
Give me all the meat, brother. I'm not good at condiments. I don't like mustard. I don't like things like that. But like, I'll eat any meat with just like a good sauce.
Okay.
Like a barbecue.
And the barbecue sauce and smoke is good.
Real good.
The sauce over there.
I drenched it in that sauce.
He was
super
lost
good.
in that sauce. I'll tell you that much right now. But it turns out he's covered in tattoos, which I just wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
I would not expect that. But he pulled up his pant leg. Dude shredded.
I love it.
And here's the thing. Joey's the same way.
Yeah, I just don't have my arms done, but my legs are
sick.
Yeah, his legs are covered, chest is covered in like something real shitty.
Dude, I love it. I just love the idea that people don't know. It's such a hidden thing. Like, I just like the mystery behind it because it's for me. It's my thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like a lot of people I've seen their first tattoos be like knuckle tattoos and like all these things just to be like, look what I got.
Oh, the Vans Warped Tour special. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Just neck and hands.
Yeah.
They do those tattoos at the Warped Tour.
And if you don't have them, they're like, we got you.
Come on over.
Stay
Sit down,
still.
little buddy.
It's an $80 ticket, or you let me write fuck on your knuckles forever.
Yeah. You don't want a job, right? Come on.
They say owie unironically.
But here's the other cool thing about having tattoos that are hidden that no one really knows about. you get a girl in bed, first time you take the pants off.
It's a game breaker.
Dude.
It's crazy. So I made the decision in high school. Basically, this was around the time that Wiz Khalifa really popped, and then Machine Gun Kelly followed that. And I was like, those guys are putting on for skinny, tatted dudes. I was like, I have the choice right now in my life to either get tatted or get muscles. And I was like, the gym is exhausting. I don't feel like working out. Because when you work, this is the difference. When you work out, you have to continue working out forever.
It's true.
Tattoos, you get once. Maybe you touch it up 10, 15 years later. I was like, you know, I got my first couple tattoos and I was like, this is the route.
Yeah.
Got blasted and immediately it ups your game.
Yeah.
So hard.
Bananas. I was, so when I went to FAMU, it's an HBCU, all black college. I was the only white dude. Every party we'd go to, all of my friends would like, because they would get clout off of it. They'd go, take your shirt off. These would be house parties. Super, super hood house parties, right? I'm talking about like almost pitch black, no lights, just listening to Lil Boozy, right? Just in there, just like
Lil Boozy's clutch.
Sweating just because you're so close to everybody. And they'd go, take your shirt off. It takes confidence to be the only white person in a very crowded black party and be like, I gotta be the guy right now.
Pop that sucker
Take
off.
the shirt off. And it's a moment where like everybody stops and they're just like, and you have one moment to just be like, yeah, we're doing this. And they're like, you're in.
That's very similar to like prison.
Yeah,
like,
it's a prison move. It's absolutely move, dude. Do you understand? I easily could have just got beat up and then thrown out of this house party, but I'm just like, I'll do the Dougie. You guys see me do the Dougie? They're like, this white guy's decent. Kind of like this.
No harm.
I like the cut of your jib. Dude, FAMU was dope.
You outfit him, dude. You outfit him with the.
It was more so like a confidence mesh of just like, I'm not trying to take none of your women. I'm not trying to insult you guys. I'm not trying to steal nothing. I'm here to make sure we all get along and we're good. And it's a respect thing of just like, all right, you're not here to cause no trouble. And we know that if anything goes down, we'll fuck you up. You are vastly outnumbered.
For now. Yeah.
It's so funny because every song that would come on, I would know every song.
Yeah.
And they'd be waiting for me to say it. And I'd skip the N-word every single time. They'd be like,
good job.
They'd be
Nice.
like, good move. And like every song, word for word, no N-word. And I'm like, it's a superpower.
Now, what'd you do when you hit the N-word? Did you
just blank? You just
Blank
skip
it?
it. You just
You don't make a noise or you're just like.
No, you just skip it because 9 times out of 10, it's not a long N-word. You can just get to the next word in a beat.
That's
you just,
true.
You
That's
just skip
true,
a beat. It's like, all my came to party. You just skip
silent.
it.
You don't even do a You don't even nothing.
Because you don't want to be like, what'd you say? Huh? What was that? You hum
That was
it,
an aggressive.
No,
That was a racist sounding.
Dude, I had a bit where I was talking about one time I was drunk and I was listening to Drake and Marvin's Room was playing and I was like, I've never sang the N-word while singing a song, you know, blah, blah. And I was like just in my feelings, think about an ex. And I was like, I said, fuck that. I was like, I hummed it and that felt worse.
Yeah.
I was like, I made it whimsical. I made it feel like a show tune. I was like, that should never happen. I was like,
First of all, okay, so Marvin's Room, or Melvin's Room? Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room.
Biggest player hater song of all time.
oh man, it's so bad. Because the guy who's dating this girl has done nothing wrong. He's just like, you got my chick, man. I don't like that. I said, fuck this dude.
Yeah. Also, white guy can sing it if you just say new guy.
Yeah, fuck this new guy.
There you go. There it is. Sounds just like it. You're good.
There you go.
I love it.
That's it.
Get to the heart of the content. That's what you meant.
That's what he was trying to say anyway. Yeah, exactly.
I don't like this new guy.
Don't like him one bit.
3 in the morning, just crying, just like. Are you drunk right now?
It's so funny because the white version of Marvin's Room is just Lil Dicky's. Was it Molly? Is that what it's called?
Yes, dude. Great song.
I've cried while listening to it. You watch that music video, and if it doesn't tear jerk you, you haven't been through enough life.
Or been to a wedding.
Man, there's 2 weddings that when I go to, there will be that feeling of just like, I'm so happy you're happy, but damn it.
But fuck that.
Fuck that new guy.
Wait, can you say who it is? Are you allowed to say who it is?
No.
It's Patricia and Elizabeth. We know it's you.
No, because that'd be uncomfortable for them to be like, well, you're not invited to my wedding now. I still want to go. I just want to be able to be sad. I want to be so happy for you. I'm happy in my relationship. My girlfriend's great, but I also want to be like, he ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm so happy. I'm glad you're happy. He better treat you right.
Dude, that's tough, too. That's tough. Now, Let me ask you this: do these girls like know you feel about them that way?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, they do know that.
Yeah. These were people that I've been in relationships with.
Okay,
like that's what that song is about. Is like he had a relationship, it didn't work out for whatever the reasons,
right,
blah blah, and then he has to go to her getting married. He's still happy for her. I go to your wedding. I praise be. I hope everything's good. But you're also there's that piece of you like you don't miss the relationship. You just miss being like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, for sure. No, I feel that.
No matter who your ex is with, you're like, ain't me.
I bet his dick's not that big.
Yeah, little dick ass.
I bet you don't have no hidden tattoos.
Exactly.
He got 3 knuckle tattoos, stupid. Oh, Chip and Joanna looking at us.
Did he make you laugh?
Yeah, bet he ain't that funny. He don't got no jokes about hippos.
Do Mormons like him?
I just wanted to be said. I do love my girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Let's just
And it's
make that
not me
real clear.
missing a relationship. I don't. This is me defending myself for the future. Okay, because
For sure,
I know
yeah.
she's gonna listen.
It's
She
gonna
listens
come
to
up.
everything I do, and she's very supportive, and she's wonderful, and I love her. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
Y'all been together for a year, right?
Yeah, we made it a year.
How's that going?
Dang.
It's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she cool with you going on the road and stuff?
Yeah. She's a singer. She's super talented.
Really?
Super talented.
Can you
She's
plug her?
incredible. Her name's Kimmy Katie.
Kimmy Katie? Is that
Kimmy
like
Katie. That's her real name.
Where do people find her stuff?
At Kimmy Katie.
Okay.
At Kimmy Katie?
Yeah,
Sponsor the
KIMIKADY.
Kimmy Katie sponsors the pod.
She's so good. Like I'm one of those weird people where like when I started stand up, I started young enough to where everybody has just told me like you're the guy, you have this spark, this thing, and it's like, oh, thanks. I haven't like found that in somebody else where just to be like, oh, that's undeniable. She has that.
Yeah,
Nice.
She
that's
has
cool.
that thing where you watch it and you go, this is special.
Yeah.
It's got
Like
that
some-
it factor. Yeah.
Some Billie Eilish shit where you knew of like this
That's
is so
dope.
much different than everyone else. This is it's different. Like the first time, like that moment where you're just like, uh-oh, I think I love you. I saw her sing.
Oh, no.
I saw her sing and I was just like, uh-oh. Damn it. Love is such a power because it just drives you insane.
Yeah. It's weird.
I got that with my girlfriend too,
Yeah.
man. As soon as I realized, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I had this thing. I was talking about it last night. It's just like there's an obligation when you love somebody where you're like, you're no longer checking her location to be like, you better not be cheating on me. You're checking because you're like, I hope you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
a tough, like that's
some
amount
deep
of
shit
love
right there,
is,
yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
I also like that your girl, what did you say about your girlfriend? You love her
Yeah.
to the point where you're like, what you said something. I don't know. I
was
can't
just
think
like,
of this
well,
fucking salsa music. God damn
Yeah, you love your girl saying.
it. Seriously, man. I just
Dude, the
also
salsa
love
music's wild. Can you hear the salsa music in the background? Guys, we've got some
thank God.
crazy salsa music going. And they are just whipping these small children into a frenzy
Yo,
downstairs. Dude,
the
they're
amount of
riding them hard.
Gatorade that they had out there, it was like a 48 pack of Gatorade. It was an industrial box of Gatorade. And I'm like, how many electrolytes are they burning while salsaing? How much salsa do you have to do to be like, I need to re-quench my thirst?
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, so we walk in and there's a little boy and a little girl, and they've got their instructors like just running them
Hounding
through
them,
moves,
dude.
like just running them. Right?
Like Bill Belichick, or just being like,
yeah.
do it again, and they're just like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's so
your
funny
job.
because they're yelling at them in Spanish, which is the funniest way to be like uno dos and tres and cuatro. And when we just walked in, he was yelling at this girl because like we were walking in, so we distracted the girl. She missed a move, and I guess this
Started hitting her.
The way he was like describing the moves was just in sounds. He was like dot dot boop boop dot dot dot, and I was just like,
yeah.
I was like, so this move is a dot. This a dot dot. This a boop
Confusing
boop.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought I dotted when I booped.
She's having to think in 3 different languages right now, dude. Like,
Dude, they were having that little boy like go fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I was watching his feet move. Like Jesus Christ.
And the instructor was like, you better nail this.
Yeah.
But in Spanish, quinceañera, not los pollos hermanos. I don't know much Spanish. I felt Spanish one. I did.
I did too.
He did
Don't feel
look
bad.
very threatening though.
Yo, he
Yeah.
looked scary.
Yeah.
Yo, because the thing is I didn't think he was gonna speak in Spanish when we walked up. I was like, oh, this dude's gonna, he's not gonna sound like that.
He looked
And
kinda thug a little bit, yeah.
I was like, he's gonna sound like me. And, nope, not at all. I didn't hear not one bruh, but I heard queso. I heard. Put it this way, Chip and Joanna want him out of here.
Gentrify this venue.
And he's not welcome in Tampa, apparently.
Hate him in Tampa.
Get him away from my castle.
Dude, I want a castle, man. I'd love to have a castle in Tampa, and I can invite Tom Brady over for things. What's
man.
your love with Tom
yeah.
like these days?
I
Yeah.
love Tom so much.
You have to.
Dude, Brady's
love
the
it.
goat.
I'd let Tom fuck my mom
Oh shit.
for sure.
Your mom hot? What's up?
My mom is like growing up, everybody's like, your mom's hot. And I'm like,
No
thanks.
shit.
It kind of messed up MILF porn for me for a long time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like for a long time, I was like, I don't want anybody fucking anyone's mom. Everybody should just leave moms alone. No, they've done enough.
Yeah, just leave moms alone.
My whole Pornhub search is just at my age, 25-year-old.
People the same age, fucking
Just
please.
consensual sex.
I always had this thought of just like, it's so wild when you watch porn videos and you grow up with certain porn stars. Like Dylan Harper was like the first like, oh man, this, and now she's aged out of the like teen porn.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Like they immediately go from 18-year-old porn, like new amateur, to like just MILF porn. It's like that in between of just like this girl
there's really not a whole lot of room there.
Nobody's like, this 23-year-old's really throwing it down.
Yeah. Well, it's because they age like greyhounds that race. You know what I mean?
With the hips and everything, dude.
A lot of miles on this. Gonna take this porn star out the pasture.
What'd you think about Sasha Grey? Let me ask you that.
Oh, big fan.
Big fan?
Yeah.
Big fan. Did
Big
you
fan?
see? She did a movie. She was in a horror movie.
I've seen a lot of her movies.
You haven't seen one of her movies.
I heard the movie sucked, honestly.
I think it's called Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare or something like that. It's a horror movie on Netflix. She's solid.
Really?
I genuinely feel like she should have done more acting roles. She plays a great character on that. Like she's like so the movie's basically premises of like would you rather? I think it's would you rather.
Okay.
It's either that or like, so you have the option. So it's like either I stab myself in the hand or I shoot you.
Wait, dude, I think I saw this and I didn't even realize it was Sasha Grey.
It's she's
Oh,
nice.
shit.
So it's her role in the thing is like, all right, so if my thing is like, if I'm Sasha Grey, right? I haven't planned this before. It's like stab myself or shoot you. She's like, I'm going to shoot you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
her role is just the dickhead person who's just like, I'm not doing anything to myself. I'm fucking all of you. This is a game and I'm trying to win money.
And they're at like a dinner or something,
And a
right?
dinner, yeah.
I
And
have
so the
seen
guy
that.
keeps putting
Did not
more
realize.
money on the thing. He's just like, oh, you won't do it for 100,000? What about $1 million? And they're just like, oh, for $1 million?
Yeah, I'd
huh?
kill someone for $1
I'll shoot
million.
you for $1 million. And so like, she plays a great role.
Nice.
And,
Dude.
this is me just plugging Sasha Grey. I just want
We're just
that was your
going on
first like,
we know who you hate, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Sasha Grey
Gotta
is
see
like
who you love.
opposite effect. Hell yeah.
what a funny this sort of dude conversation of just like, you knew throwing out a porn star's name knowing I know you know.
Yeah.
I know you. What if I was like, who is that?
But
My girlfriend's gonna watch this.
it's such a popular name. Like, so I used to work at a chicken finger restaurant called Raising Cane's. And
I know
the cool-
Raising Cane's.
Okay, so you know
Yeah.
Raising Cane's. So you know how they have the window to the kitchen that you can see like when you're ordering. So we'd get really irritated when we were back in the kitchen, and then like
order for Sasha Grey.
we would see the people outside, and this would happen usually if you were like, I want to go home, and your manager was like, just do this first, and you're like, motherfucker, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we'd be there, and we'd be like, man, I just want to go home and chill with my girlfriend, Sasha Grey, and we would just do it with every name you could think of. Whoever had the most names that day won. But it was
that's
like,
great.
yeah, dude, we'd be like, I just want to go see Stoya, and we'd just be doing it. all
My
day.
girlfriend, Stormy Daniels.
Black Diamond. I really want to hang out with.
And you see sometimes the people in the window be like, you'd be like, oh, you nasty.
You know, freak. Yeah. What if you threw out a dude porn star's name? You're like, I want to go hang with Jake Johansson. You just say name.
I actually know way too many dude porn stars' names.
I
Like
know the
that
one.
bothers me a
I know
little
the
bit.
bald one.
Peter Steele.
No, that's a different one.
Shit.
I
What
know
a cool
that-
name.
James
so-
Dean.
James Dean.
I do know the James Dean one. I've had girls send me the James Dean ones of just I want to get railed, and I'm like,
Ooh.
wow.
Do you watch porn with your girlfriend?
I've watched porn with other girlfriends.
Yeah.
Not current girlfriend.
No,
not down
she's
for it?
so not even that she's not down for it. She's just so dope that I was like, we don't even have to.
That's tight.
Yeah,
dude.
like we're
Yeah.
good. Like other relationships, they're like, let's spice it up, and like me and her, we're like, we're good.
Yeah. Having a good time.
We good. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all doing some freaky shit then.
We good.
What did she think the first time she saw the tattoos?
She knew. So
She
this is
knew.
the thing. She is my like close friend's sister.
Okay.
So my close friend, like so he's a comic too.
Nice.
So I've known
okay.
him for like 6 years, and like I've known their family and stuff. And she was married and for a while, and I didn't even know that until we started like talking and whatnot. I thought she was gay.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought she was a lesbian.
We
Because
got a comic here in San Antonio that thinks everyone's gay. Literally.
this is what happened. So she had moved back from North Carolina. She was living there with her man, and so she had moved back, and she had came to one of my shows with Bobby because he was on the show, and we're hanging out at the bar, and she was just there, and just somehow in conversation, he was like, "Oh yeah, she gets way more girls than all of us combined." And I like in my head, I was like, "Oh, she gay." I was like, "That's cool." I was like, at that point, I was just like, "I'm not even gonna pursue it. She's just cool people." And then we had a conversation like a couple weeks later where I was like kind of flirty and just in regular conversation.
Sure, yeah.
And it led to like her giving me the number, and then we just started talking, and then we hung out, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you're not gay?" And she was like, "What gave you that idea?" She was like, "I had a husband." I was like, "Oh,
dude, but
interesting.
How boosted was your confidence at first? Where you were like, this lesbian
I'm a Turner. I've turned 2 lesbians.
Nice, dude.
Bananas.
Dude, dap
Bananas.
that.
It's a vibe. It's weird. But it's also a weird feeling to be like, that just means I'm on the cusp.
Yeah.
That just means I look girly enough to where like I'm a lesbian's dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I still want some dick, but I want you to look feminine. I want to I think
I like them
this
cheekbones, boy.
This is the idea. Oh man, this is gonna be a good bit. This is something really funny about like a lesbian being like, I want to know that we can fight. Like you know, what I mean? Like she wants to know that like if push came to shove, she could beat me up.
Yeah.
But like still wants some dick. She's like, treat me good, like this and that. Like
she wants to dominate you.
She wants the benefits of being a lesbian, but also being like, I can still take you home to my family.
Well, she could make you pose in ways in pictures that you just kind of look like Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple, you know
I've gotten it before. So that's what's so weird. That's where my Tampa like energy comes in, where it's like jokes all day until somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'll mess you up," and I'm like, "I'll shoot you." I'm a crazy person. I've gotten enough people to be like, "Oh, you like Ellen DeGeneres? You're a bitch," and I'm like, I'll pull up.
He was okay. So you were a writer on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that about you. Actually, probably a lot of people know that about you.
So it's a weird position to be in because it's like it's a show that's not scripted, but it is. The games and stuff have to be worked out.
Right.
So you have to know what the games are going in, not necessarily what the topics and stuff are. Mm-hmm. So I would help people write games and I would help them figure out, certain things, and certain people just needed direction comedically. Mm-hmm. So
you write up tags for people and stuff like that too?
Yeah.
So kind of like the roast battles,
people,
right?
There's a lot of people that don't need any help. They're just naturally funny. There's a lot of those guys. Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, like a lot of the Justina.
Did you write when Matt Rife was on the show?
No, I got there right after he was gone. So the idea, I was supposed to be on the show, and like the idea was me to fill that role. And then when I got there, they were like, "You're not the same guy. Like we're not essentially the same person. Like our personalities, when it comes to those improv games and stuff, we're very different." Okay. Like he has this like a little bit more macho, pretty boy thing.
Very much so, yeah.
And I'm like hood goofy, I guess. You know what I mean?
Hood goofy. I like that. Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever said that. That seems to make sense though.
That makes a lot of sense. Actually, hood goofy Ellen. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Matt Rife was already gone by the time I was there.
So you were writing on Wild 'N Out, and you told me a story. Can you tell the story about
meeting Nick
Funny Mike?
Oh, Funny Mike. Yeah. So Funny Mike, he got popular on the internet doing these like viral videos and stuff. And one of the viral videos was he was 22 Savage. Yeah. And so
have you seen that, Joey?
I have not seen that.
Dude, so funny.
So so 22 Savage was the character. He was like pretending to be 21 Savage's like better version or whatever. And so apparently 21 Savage got upset at this. It was like, "Yo, you making fun of me, blah, blah." And they happened to be in the same city. And Funny Mike is from Louisiana. Like he's for real. He's just a guy who got internet famous, but like he's still hood. Yeah. So he said 21 tried to pull up on him and was like, he's like, "Hey man, I don't like them videos you doing." And he's like, he came at me hard, but he ain't know I had that shtick on me. So he said, "I pulled that shtick out." He said, "Either I'm gonna die or you gonna die." He said, "Ain't shit happen from there, cuz." It was just so funny that like just to be like he was hard until I pulled that shtick out. Like to call a gun a shtick is one of my favorite moments I've ever heard.
I just love the concept of 21 Savage just backing down hard. You're like going into like his white guy voice, like, "Oh no, it's okay actually."
I don't know how hard he backed down, but I know neither of them died that day.
That's why you keep that shtick on you.
You gotta keep that shtick on you.
Well, we all know that 21 Savage actually probably pulled up and was like, "It's a wee bit disrespectful, isn't it? Isn't it kind of disrespectful?"
I'm a wee bit upset now. Listen, bruv, I thought we was cool. Listen, bruv, not very jive of you to fucking thought you was a good bloke, and then you
21, and then he like
Brexit and all that.
The Queen's English, I love it. That's great. Dude, I love that
I was
story.
going to deck him until he pulled that stick out. Play out, bro. I know you kept the stick on you. I'm losing the accent, but man,
21
so
passports. 21 passports.
21 passports. €1 million in my bank account. Hell yeah.
His favorite sport's the real football.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Footy.
Bitcoins in my bank account. You play footy.
Oh, dude, I hate that. I hate that so much. When they call it footy, it makes me think of Jimmy the Foot's half foot, honestly.
Oh, man.
Jimmy the Foot, our producer.
Yeah.
He's got a half foot. Did he tell you about this?
I heard it came default. I thought that was
it in your
writer.
You're like, I don't want to see that shit.
When he signed the contract. Look, I heard about this guy's foot. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, that's like that scene in what is it? Not Happy Gilmore. What's the other one? Where Adam Sandler gets the inheritance.
Oh, Mr. Deeds?
Mr. Deeds,
yeah.
right? Where he's like, I can't feel anything in my foot. Yeah, take a whack at it. He's just like, ah! It's like, show me your foot. It's like, huh? You're like, nothing's there? You mean I can really like touch it like a magic trick? Like, dude, wiggle him.
The magical disappearing foot.
He's like wiggling the nub, and you're like, oh.
It's more like this. He's just got like this, right?
He's a real thin
He's just
foot.
got like this, yeah.
Wow. Yo, you know how many hands I've shaken where people like they'll be missing like 2 of them joints? And you still got to shake the top 2,
Yeah.
your face can't change because
No.
you can't be a weird. You got to be like, oh yeah, cool.
Dude,
Like you can't
This
be
is
like
totally
"Ah!"
normal, yeah.
You can't grab 2 of them things and be like, ah.
Have you ever like shaken a hand that you probably like shouldn't have like shaken?
I've
like,
shaken a nub, dog.
Yeah.
Like a full on
I've
nub?
shaken a nub, like
Like you just had like a little thumb poking out?
I palmed it.
Yeah.
Hey man, good to meet you, bro. Like a doorknob. Like,
How fucking bad is that afterwards? You're
Why don't
just
you just
like,
bump it, dude? Why don't you just fist bump it?
I don't know if that's rude.
yeah.
I don't know if it's
it
rude to
hurts?
like elbow his shit, like blah. I'll do what you do.
you turn your shit.
That's like you dap up like a little person, but you get on your knees. Come down to your level, cuz. It's
Dude,
messed up, bro.
I did that. I had like a business transaction. There was like a quadriplegic there, and I was like, "All right, man, thanks." And I was just like, "Fuck, why did I do that?"
But like, what if
I could have just saluted or waved or anything.
what if somebody with like no arms, no? You just like, do we headbutt, bro? Like, hey, you want a chest bump?
Just do like a quick
Give me
little
some.
footy.
Yeah.
Give me some of that ankle, my G.
What was that stupid dance they were doing for the
Oh, yeah. Cam the Comic, where can we find you?
At Cam the Comic, that
There it
is
is.
made it simple and easy, baby. Yeah, you know what's so funny is like I feel some type of way about the names, just Cam the Comic, like because I know when I'm like 40, I'm gonna be like I hate myself. Yeah, I'm the comic.
Wish I hadn't
But,
done
like,
that.
Yeah, but like Bertrand is such a terrible last name to have to explain to people.
I think it's kind of a power move, dude. Bertrand.
Bertrand, like it might sound good, but like if you're like follow me, Cam Bertrand, they're gonna go, I'm not spelling that. You go Cam the Comic, they're like, I know how to spell all 3 of those words.
I can do that, yeah.
Those
Well,
are-
you're gonna be starting a podcast pretty soon too. Can you talk
Yeah.
about that? Can you tell us anything about it?
I actually haven't even plugged it yet. Like I haven't even told anybody.
Let's go.
This is the thing, baby. It's called Hey Let's Complain.
Nice.
Nice.
I like
Yo,
that.
this thing is sick. It's so good. I'll show you the logo afterwards. I'm so excited. I waited so long to start a podcast because I wanted it to be perfect. This describes me and my comedy to perfection.
Nice.
It's just me complaining about something. So I already have so many topics that I'm ready to just
Hell yeah.
exhaust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
go through 'em. Just run through 'em.
Just rant.
Yeah.
You know, and it's don't think every episode has to be an hour. I'm gonna do as long as I can make it funny ranting. That's how long it's
Yeah.
gonna be. Whether the episode's 5 minutes or 40 minutes, I will be hilariously complaining about something.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Dude, I'll listen to that.
Mongoose is episode 4.
Mongoose's episode. Mongoose
Chip and
Chrysanthemum.
Joanna episode 1.
For sure.
You got to call us up
You
on
got
that.
to
Let
now,
us
yeah.
complain with you.
Definitely.
Man. We're down.
I want you all on there. They evicted me. They canceled our pod because you. They won't let us back in the church.
Something about OnlyFans.
Cam Bertrand, thank you so much for
love
being
you guys,
here.
man. Thank y'all for
Joey
having
the
me.
Fuck Smith, where can we find you?
This is Joey Smith on Instagram. Hit up the pod, man.
Yeah, why don't you
I'm
plug
here every
Facebook like
week,
you want to,
dude.
you simp? Yeah.
I did that
Davey
one.
Jackson.
Don't do it.
I'm Davey Jackson. You can find me on Instagram at DaveyJax, DAVEYJAX. Jimmy, the producer's in the house as well with his half foot, but we're not going to let him plug shit. This is the Anti-Social Hour brought to you by Big Laugh Comedy Network.
It's
Peace.
gun time.
It is gun time. It is fully
Damn
gun
it,
time.
Davey, every time.
Wait, you just brought up GameStop. We need to talk about GameStop.
We can talk
Have
about
you been
that.
tracking on this shit?
So
This
I've been
GameStop shit?
trying to learn.
The stock market?
I've been trying to figure it out, man. Because I put money in Bitcoin a couple weeks ago, and I cashed out because it fucking plummeted. This is what bothered me, right? I made an account and I tried to buy in at 33,000, right? I tried to put some money in at that, and by the time my account got like okay, you can have an account, all that shit.
Right.
It went up to 37,000. So I had to buy in at 37. It jumped up to 41, and then it plummeted to like 32. So I bought in at 37. So I ended up losing a little bit of money, but I was like, I'm just gonna cash out now because it's probably not gonna jump back up to no 41. Like today, it got past 37 again, and I was like, if I'd have held on, I could have broke even.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about the stock market, man. You got to have balls of steel.
And money to risk.
That's
so
true too.
I ended up taking the money and putting it into Ethereum because at worst you're breaking even. Like it's not going to go lower than like this bare minimum, but I think once Bitcoin shoots, that'll shoot too.
Oh, for sure. And no, they track together. Yeah. Definitely.
I've been pumping money into Dogecoin for the last 2 days.
Yo,
dude.
I've heard about that.
My homie's been telling me about it because it's like it's worth like 0.08. And it was started as like a joke, and then now it's like it's jumping, and it's like it's still worth nothing. But if you can mess around and pump that thing,
just a little pump and dump, dude. Tammy knows about pump and dump. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm king pump and dump.
We got up to 8% yesterday, and I was just like, it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. And I woke up and it was at 4 cents again, and I was like, fuck me.